I will start discussing about a topic which is in network layer, and today's discussion is the fundamentals of IP addressing. So basically, addressing in the network in network layer have two different types. One is called IPv4 addressing type, one is called IPv4 IPv6 addressing type. So these two are different versions of IP addressing. We will start discussing about IPv4 addressing scheme today. Our objectives for today's discussion is basically to explain the structure of IP addressing, demonstrate different conversion between 8-bit binary and decimal number to understand IP addressing better, the different classification, the role of IP addressing in network, calculation of IP addressing, and commonly in bit in details about IP addressing schemes and what is internet protocol. Whenever we use a particular network or internet connection or any type of network based communication, first we have to configure our device or host with IP address. So there are basically two types of assigning IP address. One is assigning it dynamically and assigning it statically. So this is on your screen. If you type ipconfig, you can see several IP addresses being assigned, and for the configuration purpose, this is a screen where going to TCP IP properties, we can give IP address to the interfaces where by which we are communicating in the network. So just giving you basic ideas what IPv4 addressing is. So IPv4 addressing is a 32-bit binary address converted into dotted decimal. So the range of this number 2 to the power 32, since it is a 32-bit binary number, is 0.0.0.0 to 255.255.255.255. Today we will not discuss about classless addressing, we will be discussing about classful addressing. Basically in IPv4 addressing, we have two types of addressing scheme. One is classful and classless addressing. Classful, we have 5 classes, class A, B, C, D, E. By identifying first 8 bit, we can classify that whether it is a class A, whether it is a class B, whether it is a class C, class D, or class E. Now on your screen you can see it's a class C IP address. This is IP address which is on, on top. It is a the representation of IP address in TCP IP properties, where you give the IP address to the device, that's 192.168.10.0, but computer read in the binary format on the on below of this particular number, which is nothing but a IP address of class C. So to understand IP addressing structure, basically we need to understand each and every 8-bit block. So this is the values. So it's each and every 8-bit blocks ranging from 0 to 255. So each and every bit got a number associated with it. So first bit is 128, second bit is 64. If I am calculating any number 110 111000, so it's 8-bit number is basically how we know we add each and every bits value to it, and we calculate what is exactly the binary equivalent, decimal equivalent of the binary number. So this is the converting of decimal to binary. some exercise we'll do. Basically, in IP addressing we have a network. So it's a range of address. It's a domain of address. So let's understand. In IP addressing there are basically two blocks. One is called network block, one is called host block. So what is network block and what is host block? In a network, for example, there are 30 PC in a LAN. This 30 PC should have one common thing in the addressing scheme, that is called network portion. So their network address is common, broadcast address is common, only the host portion will be varying. So in case of class A, it is 8-bit network portion, remaining 24-bit host portion. In case of class C, it is 16-bit network, 16-bit host, and in class C it is 24-bit network portion and 8-bit host portion. So next class we will discuss